How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to 3 Agree Ministry. Today, we are going to be taking a slight break from our Bible study series to replace it with a new series that we are going to start right here, right now. Let's get into it. Okay, everybody, so as you may know, since starting this YouTube channel, I have definitely been getting a lot of questions in my comment section, mostly from people from other faiths, as well as people within the Christian faith, just asking more detailed, more clarifying questions. And today, I decided we're going to go away from the typical Bible study, although these videos will seem very similar, and we are going to answer very specific questions. So kind of a chance for me to either defend the faith or give clarity to people in the faith too that are looking for answers here. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is a pretty big one. So you guys, what I want to do real quick though is I want everybody who has any questions of any kind, you guys please leave a comment down below, and we will be using the comments from this video to compile more questions. I've already got 10 whole questions planned out today. We're just going to tackle one. So this is one of a 10-part series at least, and all of your questions that you guys leave in the comment section, I will try my best to include those if I don't already have them planned in my 10 questions. So without further ado, let's get into the topic of today's video. You guys, why did Jesus say the Father is the only true God? Now, I 100% get the concern and why a lot of people, especially those who are just reading the Bible maybe for the first time, they're reading through John and read something like that. And it really, Jesus is God though. The Trinity, like Christians are Trinitarians. Why is this the case? Well, today I'm going to have an answer for that. Let's get straight into it, guys. Number one, the question, why does Jesus say that the Father is the only true God? The verse in question here is found in John 17, verse 3, where Jesus says the following. And this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. Which, upon reading it, can seem like a perfect passage for any of the Jesus isn't God people to take out of context and to show that this proves that Jesus is not God. So, let me give you some context. We're going to read that in that full passage from John. This is John 17, verses 1 through 5. It says, when Jesus had spoken these words, he lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that the Son may glorify you, since you have given him authority over all flesh, to give eternal life to all whom you have given him. And this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. I glorified you on earth, having accomplished the work that you gave me to do. And now, Father, glorify me in your own presence, with the glory that I had with you before the world existed. Wow. So a couple things to take away here. Jesus literally asked the Father to glorify him so that the Son may glorify him. It shows Jesus has authority over all flesh and he has the power to give them eternal life. How is this not God? Let's go further. This alone shows some major concern for the people who try to deny the divinity of Jesus. The Old Testament shows clearly that God does not share his glory with anybody. It is for himself only. Isaiah 42 verse 8 says, I am the Lord. That is my name. My glory I give to no other. Wow. However, Jesus directly asked for God's glory. And not just some new version of glory, but the very glory that he had with God before the world existed. But wait, God doesn't share his glory with anybody, only God. Of course, again, Jesus is God. You see, we can't just ignore the rest of the passage and pick out the one verse. However, I am completely understanding that people still have a major issue with this part in verse 3. And this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. So, let's break this down. Jesus speaking to the Father will always glorify the Father in truth for what he truly is. So this is a 100% true statement by Jesus here. As a Christian, as a Trinitarian, I have no problem with Jesus making this statement. Remember, as Christians, we are Trinitarians. We believe that Yahweh, or some people will call Jehovah, is Father, Son, and Spirit. One God eternally existing as three distinct persons, not three separate gods. That is a heresy for anybody who thinks if there's people out there that call themselves Christians but they believe in three gods. I will stand with everybody else and say that that is not true. We have one God. Yahweh is the Father. Yahweh is the Son. And Yahweh is the Spirit. It is Yahweh that is the only true God. So Jesus would be correct in saying that the Father is in fact the only true God. This is a true statement. So let me ask you this. As a Trinitarian, what in that statement of Jesus would imply that if Jesus acknowledges the Father as the one true God, that means he is separate from the Son and the Spirit, and that the Son and Spirit cannot also be the only true God? The key here is the word only. The placement of the word only is ridiculously crucial in this statement, you guys. For example, if I were to say only 2 plus 2 equals 4, that would be a false statement. Because we know there are lots of things that equal 4, not just 2 plus 2. We have 3 plus 1. You know what I mean? So the point is we can't say only 2 plus 2 equals 4. Because the word only in that statement is modifying the 2 plus 2. Not the 4. But as we all know, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, but so are other things. However, if I reversed it and said 2 plus 2 only equals 4, then this is a true statement because the word only is modifying the number 4. And 2 plus 2 can only equal 4. So this is a true statement. For example, the Father is equal to Yahweh. The Son is equal to Yahweh. The Spirit is equal to Yahweh. And Yahweh is the only true God. Therefore, you are allowed to say any of these three persons equal the only true God. So according to this verse, we see the word only modifies what? It modifies the word the true God. Now, if the verse said only the Father is the true God, then that would in fact be a problem. However, it does not say that, you guys. It says the Father is the only true God, meaning there is only one true God. And yes, the Father is that. Again, as Trinitarians, we have no problem with this. As a matter of fact, the same author that quoted Jesus here in the opening sentence of his gospel clearly says that Jesus is God. And John 1:1, you guys already know, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was what? Was God. So why would you then run from all the 16 prior chapters and before coming to this one? Do you think the author didn't intend for you to read the other chapters? He obviously knew that you'd be reading his gospel from front to back. At least that's what you'd expect, which would make sense. You cannot just ignore the prior 16 chapters, pull this one verse from verse 3, not even pull the whole context of the entire passage that verse 3 is in, and then say that means that Jesus can't be God. Amazing enough, in 1 John 5:20, it actually calls Jesus the true God. It's actually very clear, and it's in similar context to John 17:3 that we just read. As we read in John 17, we see that it is Jesus who gives eternal life. And we receive eternal life in him because he is, as Jesus says, he is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is eternal life. We receive eternal life in Jesus because we are in Jesus, and Jesus is in the Father. All of this we just read in John 17. But in John 1, or in 1 John 5:20, get this context. You guys ready? So 1 John 5:20 says, "And we know that the Son of God has come and has given us understanding, so that we may know him who is true. And we are in him who is true, in his Son, Jesus Christ. He is the true God and eternal life. So the same author who wrote this said that Jesus is the true God. Wow. So again, you guys, as Christian Trinitarians, there is nothing wrong with this statement from Jesus. I would never go against it. For me, it is true. The Father is the only true God. Jesus is the only true God. The Spirit is the only true God. Because any one of the Father, Son, and Spirit are allowed to be called the only true God because all three are one. They are inseparable. So that's the answer to this question. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be doing more Q&A videos starting. So today, I know you guys are seeing this likely on a Tuesday, but moving forward, I'm going to upload a new answer to a new question every Monday for the next little while, maybe with an extra one scattered in there, because why not? But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, guys, leave a comment, like, and definitely subscribe to the channel. We're about to change the route, the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.